Hey everyone, so I am doing the sunflower as I said I would. I was inspired to do this. I was watching a documentary on 9/11 and someone had put up flowers, as a remembrance to the people who had died on that horrible, vicious, needless attack. And somebody planted this gorgeous sunflower, and it just so inspired me that I had to do this. And I used my dark brown as a base. I always concentrate the most right on the lash line and then blend it upward into the crease. So I'm using my 120. So I'm gonna use the darkest brown in the palette. Yes, all my acrylics popped off. Well, some popped off. The glue just wasn't holding anymore. And so I just took off the rest. So I'm using that dark, really dark brown, because we know that center part is really dark. And I'm just gonna pat that in just to minimize fallout. You know me, I'm a messy shadow applier. And so I'm concentrating the color on the lid and then just kind of blending it upward a little bit. Then I'm gonna go with this yellow for the crease, and that's the color that you blend into the contour over the brown. And I'm just gonna take white for the highlight. The reason I'm doing white instead of beige is because I don't want that yellow to change into, some sort of a neutrally yellow. I really want that yellow to stand out. And at the same time, it lightens. I can lighten it with the white. So I'm just putting that. And I've noticed that white doesn't have to be such a huge bold. As long as you blend it in, it looks fine. Now I'm going to take my green liquid liner in ink spill, and for the stem, I mean, you really can't tell, but for the stem I'm putting that dark green color, and I'm gonna use false lashes, so I'll try to put it on over the band. But, look at that. See my hooded eye got green up there. I'll just clean that with a Q-tip. Yeah, just put it on the lash line. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but, you could pick it up, in real, life. And, just in that crease, I'm just going over it with the brown to give it a better, just blend that transition in a little bit better. And of course, you just go over it as often as you like, just to get it how you like it. And then underneath, I'm gonna use my bankroll from MAC, because I do want some green in there for the stem. I want some kind of green to show. Okay, just putting in that green. So I'm gonna put on my lashes, clean up, finish my makeup, and I'll be right back. Hey everyone! So this is the finished look. My eyelash, for some reason, it sticks to my lash instead of my lash line sometimes. And I had a hard time fixing it, so I used the NYX Black, but I have to tell you, after I've been using this for a little while, it does set fast, but you want it still to set a little bit. I have to put a little bit on my hand. Then you can't put it directly on the fake lash because it's so liquidy. And a couple of times that I did that, it got in my eye. So I put it on my hand, I let it dry a little bit, and just make sure I just get the very, very tip of the lash band, a good amount, but just the tip, and then put them on. But for some reason, as sparse as my lashes are, It's tucked to my lash. So what I do when it starts to separate is I use my little Revlon precision brush. And for some reason, that really did not dry well. I think it just didn't mix well with the other one. So, just, food for thought. When you use these, they are so liquidy. You gotta let it, even though it dries fast, you still gotta let it get a little tacky, and don't put it directly on the lash band. Put it on your hand, or like some people put it on the actual container that the lashes came with, and make sure you just get it on the edges, because this stuff gets in your eyes. So yeah, what I used on my cheek, I decided to use Raisin. I wanted like a reddish brown type of color. It's more like a plummy brown. So I used that on my cheeks with a gold shimmer that I've had from Mary Kay for ages. And I wanted an opportunity to use my Cosmopop, since this is a brown smoky. I felt that a Cosmopop, this orangey pastel just fit better. I mean, you can use neutral, you can use brown, you can use golds, whatever you want, green, yellow, whatever you want. But instead of my Coquette or my Babette, which is more of like a peachy, or Babette is like a neutrally pink, peachy color. This is just a pure pastel orangey peach color. And so I use that with my Pumpkin NYX lip liner. So yeah, so that's what I did with that.